Oprah is a big name in Hollywood. It's rare to hear gossip and issues about her, so people think she's one of the few authentic and kind celebrities. Have you ever watched her talk show before? She just loves giving away expensive stuff to her audience, not to mention her charity work. She is definitely one of the most well-loved and respected in the industry, but now some actors do not seem too happy with her. In this video, let's find out the reason. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and tap the bell button so you won't miss any of our videos. It looks like Oprah is facing criticism. Taraji P. Henson and many other black actresses are calling her out for not compensating them adequately. Even well-known personalities like 50 Cent and Denzel Washington are lending their support to these accusations. What's the background of these allegations against Oprah, and how are black artists responding? Taraji P. Henson was recently featured in the 2023 musical drama The Color Purple, produced by Oprah. The film portrays the challenging life of a black woman in the southern United States during the early 1900s. This is the second time Alice Walker's novel has been adapted into a film. The first adaptation came out in 1985, with Oprah playing a key role. Anticipation for this new version was high among fans. Many were excited. However, the excitement took a turn when allegations arose against Oprah. These claims of unfair pay practices have added a surprising twist to the story, leaving many eager to see how it all unfolds. Taraji appeared as a guest on Gayle King's Sirius XM radio show. Everybody knows that Gayle is Oprah's best friend. During their conversation, Gayle asked Taraji about her potential thoughts on leaving acting behind. This question deeply affected Taraji. She paused, her hands covering her face, tears welling up. It was quite a surprise. You might have noticed Taraji looking somewhat disheartened during interviews in the past, right? For example, when she was promoting The Color Purple, it was clear that she wasn't overly enthusiastic about it. In fact, she seemed visibly hurt. You might wonder why Taraji seemed so sad. There are whispers going around that Oprah didn't pay Taraji as much as she deserved, leading to disagreements between them. It's surprising because Oprah is known for her warmth and generosity, but things aren't always as they seem in the entertainment industry. Sometimes what appears shiny and promising is less than genuine. Taraji didn't just stay quiet. She was just getting started. In another interview with the SAG-AFTRA Foundation Conversations, she changed the subject. She talked about something many of us can understand: keeping your passion alive even when it seems like nobody's noticing your efforts. She even mentioned something surprising she had heard. Apparently, black actors don't make as much money because their stories supposedly don't appeal as much to audiences overseas. Can you believe that? But this isn't the first time Taraji has talked about feeling frustrated about her pay. In 2019, Taraji opened up about her feelings regarding the $100,000 she received for her role in David Fincher's The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Even though she acted alongside big stars like Brad Pitt and Cate Blanchett, she felt dissatisfied with her pay. Taraji, known for her tenacity, managed to negotiate her salary up to $150,000, although it was still far from the $500,000 she had initially hoped for. It's important to highlight that Taraji received an Oscar nomination for her exceptional performance in that film. This recognition underscores her talent and skill as an actress. However, it's indeed startling to recognize that even someone as accomplished as Taraji encounters racial obstacles in her career. Her experiences shed light on the harsh realities of the entertainment industry, where racial biases persist despite one's level of success or talent. This serves as an eye-opener of the challenges newcomers, especially those from marginalized communities, may encounter as they work hard to establish themselves in the industry. Entering the industry is hard enough, but it's more challenging for people who constantly experience racial discrimination. Here's something that might surprise you. Oprah, who has a significant role in the black community, is being accused of making things worse between black and white actors. You might wonder why Taraji doesn't directly say Oprah's name. Well, here's the thing. Speaking out against her could hurt your career. We've seen it happen to many famous people. Take Monique, for instance, who snagged an Oscar. She alleged that Oprah and Tyler Perry spread rumors suggesting she was difficult to work with because she declined to do unpaid promotional work during the Oscars for a movie. We all know how damaging gossip can be for an actor's career. And why should actors attend events they're not paid for, especially if it wasn't part of their deal? It's been over a decade, and Monique still hasn't achieved the successful career she deserves. Many believe that Oprah could be behind this. Even now, Monique is demanding a public apology from Oprah and Tyler. Can you believe it? The allegations against Oprah keep growing, and it looks like someone wouldn't hesitate to confront her with all these issues. There are other Black celebrities who have experienced mistreatment from Oprah. Did you know that Taraji's co-stars, like the talented singer Fantasia Barrino and the amazing actress Halle Bailey, weren't paid fairly by Oprah? It really makes you think, doesn't it? Who is actually supporting these Black actresses? Luckily, Taraji and others have allies. They've got a heavyweight in the industry backing them up, the legendary Denzel Washington, along with a few other celebrities, and they're not staying silent. They're raising their voices, publicly criticizing Oprah, and taking a stand against the unjust treatment of dedicated Black artists. Denzel Washington always stood up for Black artists in the industry. Have you ever heard him discuss racism? He's deeply passionate about it, explaining how it confuses and leads people astray. Then there's Oprah, flaunting her wealth and claiming it's a form of kindness. But when you look at Denzel, you see someone truly dedicated to supporting Black people. His involvement with Save Africa's Children speaks volumes, wouldn't you agree? His commitment is so genuine that it's impossible to miss. And he's not afraid to speak out against what's wrong in Hollywood, where powerful figures like Oprah sometimes manipulate situations and pressure Black actors into roles that contradict their beliefs. In one of his interviews, he talked about the peculiar and sometimes grim side of the film industry. He shared a story about a role he was offered in 1986 in a movie titled They Couldn't Kill. In this film, his character, a Black man, was falsely accused of attacking a white woman. The storyline depicted his character facing electrocution and hanging, yet somehow emerging as the hero. Quite bizarre, isn't it? However, what truly unsettled Denzel was the relaxed demeanor of certain prominent Hollywood figures during auditions. He didn't find it amusing at all, and ultimately declined a lucrative offer for a role that stirred controversy. It turned out to be a wise decision. He later earned an Oscar nomination for his performance in Cry Freedom, where he resisted the offensive roles that influential Hollywood figures were trying to impose on Black artists. It really shows Denzel's strong determination, doesn't it? But Denzel's story has made people think. Are the important people in Hollywood pushing Black actors to give up their values? And what about powerful figures like Oprah? Are they truly standing up for the artists? Denzel, along with 50 Cent and a few other famous people, is backing Taraji and other Black actresses. Surprisingly, Denzel even told Taraji to leave Oprah and join his group instead. What's catching people's attention is how fans are starting to connect the dots, reminding us of 50 Cent's earlier criticisms of Oprah. He openly accused her of failing Black actors while being too cautious around influential white figures. 50 Cent has a track record of publicly taking on Oprah. In an interview with The Guardian, he discussed his disagreement with Oprah, criticizing her for labeling his music as ignorant. His argument was that everyone draws something meaningful from their struggles, so why should they be silenced when expressing those experiences authentically? It's intriguing to see how figures like Denzel and 50 Cent don't hold back in calling out Oprah. They believe she's been using her platform mainly for personal gain and to increase her power. It really makes you think, right? Especially considering Oprah's own experiences with racism. Yet now that she's at the top, it seems like she's not as vocal about racial injustice as she once was. Remember those early days of Oprah's career when she strongly advocated for these issues? It's as if her stance has changed as her fame has grown. It's almost as if we've been misled by her so that she could achieve success. Pretty surprising, isn't it? Did you happen to read that article in the New York Post? It seems Oprah is facing criticism from her own family. They're alleging that she's been stretching the truth about her past, inventing stories of poverty and struggles that weren't entirely accurate just to increase her ratings. Even her cousin Catherine spoke up, refuting Oprah's claims of growing up without new clothes or toys. Catherine also challenged Oprah's story about having 2 pet cockroaches, describing Oprah as a bit spoiled during her childhood. When Catherine confronted Oprah about these discrepancies, she received a dismissive response, with Oprah suggesting that's what people want to hear because the truth is uninteresting and bland. But that's not all. Insiders have been implying that Oprah treats black and white artists differently in the industry. So why aren't prominent figures like Denzel speaking out against her? Well, it's simple. Openly opposing Oprah could damage your career. She's one of those few celebrities you simply can't afford to antagonize. So what do you think about this issue? Did Oprah really look down on her fellow black actors? Please share your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and tap the notification button to stay updated on the latest.